we got to talk about these MLKs. I can't lie. When I first saw this, you know how sometimes you're not mad, you're not even irritated, you're just like, tell me more. You ever been in that position? You're like, I don't know. Tell me more. So Nike and LeBron James remember Martin Luther King Jr. respectfully. I think this is done with great intention, good intention, but we all know the path to hell, the road to hell is paved with what? Good intentions. So not everybody loves these shoes for what they are supposed to represent. What are they? Let's talk.
Capitalism is going to get us all, I'm telling you. So LeBron James, Nike are releasing or unveiling today that they're releasing a shoe to commemorate the life of Dr. Martin Luther King by having a colorway that is taken from the Lorraine Motel, the place where Dr. Martin Luther King was assassinated in Memphis, Tennessee, and slapping it on a Nike shoe and selling it for $210. Also on the shoe is a commemoration of LeBron James scoring 51 points in Memphis, because that moment in American history deserves to be on the same space as the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King.
Okay. First thing first. I've seen his face before, and this is no slight, so I know he's somebody or he's at least a great creator, but I've seen his face before. People get mad at capitalism. You got something better? I mean, I understand it's not perfect, trust me. Because you know why capitalism is tough to people? No matter where you are in terms of the pecking order, no matter where you are in terms of your social class, it's because it explicitly tells you there are winners and losers. That's what people hate most about capitalism. Oh, we gonna have some losers. Now, losers is just like it is in sports. It's relative to winning. You can lose a game 3-0. Did you get smoked? No. Did you get killed? No. You get destroyed? No, you just lost. Are you a loser? Well, technically I lost, so yeah, I'm a loser in this situation, but I'm not a loser for real. You can lose a game 48-47. You lost though. See the difference? So capitalism is just gonna say, look, it's a relative experience. There are gonna be haves, and guess how we gonna know they have something? Because they're gonna be have-nots that don't. Now, I know a lot of people wanna fight through that. We could talk about that later in the show when we get into our politics. But this is you not wanting a participation trophy or wanting a participation trophy. This is the same sentiments that you're telling little Johnny, hey, we're gonna turn off the scoreboard when they're up by 10. No. Capitalism is telling you, no, we gotta run it, we gonna run this clock. We're not even gonna have a running clock. We just gonna run the clock. It ain't gonna ever stop. No mercy rules. Ain't no 21 points, give me the joystick, homie. No. It's winners and losers. The sooner you understand that, okay? And this is in Rome, we do as the Romans do. We're here in America. As soon as you know that, you gotta compete and know that you're gonna win some and you're gonna lose some. So if you're Nike, if you're LeBron, you're competing. You think Adidas, you think New Balance, you think whoever is not trying to get an edge? The reason they won't pull this off, the reason they won't do this is probably their ambassador is like, I don't want to do that. You know LeBron is for the smoke, especially with this type of cause, especially when it's civil rights. You know LeBron for the smoke. This is the only way he thinks he can surpass Michael Jordan in the GOAT conversation. It's simply saying, I'm going to be a greater human, a better human. I'm going to do more for my community than you, because on the basketball court, they been stopped watching me. They say I'm here too long and these records don't count because you did it in a shorter span. And you were perfect in the finals, even though you weren't perfect in the finals because you didn't make the finals every single year, but I digress. But when you made it, you were perfect. And when I made it, I lost. But I made it more than you, but see, nobody cares. So nuance is out the door. I'm going to try and beat you up and beat your legacy by doing all these things. Capitalism. So you got to respect that. Don't turn it off. The clock ain't going to stop, okay? We're going to keep playing. Continue.
Look, there are so many other places that you can take colorways from to honor Dr. King. You can take places from Atlanta, take Birmingham, Montgomery. What about Washington, D.C., where he delivered the I Have a Dream speech? The last place that I would think of would be the signage from where he was assassinated. Now, look, the Lorraine Motel has now been turned into the National Civil Rights Museum. It's a beautiful museum. I know a lot about it. I was there when it opened. Actually, I was 4 years old. It does a beautiful job of telling the story of Dr. King in those last days. And I encourage everybody to go. I do not.
Okay. Now, I cut you off mid-sentence, and this is unfair, but at the same time, I know I will forget CTE is real. Okay. You have even said and shown us that this same location that obviously was something of pain for the King family, all of us who all celebrate his legacy, we all know that. They have tried to flip it. They have flipped it to the point where you're encouraging us to go there. Well, what could encourage people more to go there than more awareness of it? Because I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know all that. Thank you. And thank you, LeBron and Nike, for bringing this up to make you say, I don't know about it. I think it's shameful. But then all this attention garnered is going to just do nothing but help the legacy of Dr. King, which I think capitalism is saying, let's capitalize on that. Not only the currency, but the attention. You're helping them out. What's wrong with capitalism then?
I encourage everybody to feel as though buying a $200 shoe of the signage of the Lorraine Motel is doing anything to honor anybody. It just feels like a tone-deaf situation from Nike, from LeBron, from all parties involved. And I think it's also important to note why Dr. King was in Memphis in the first place on the day that he was assassinated. He was there for the rights of sanitation workers, union workers, for their livelihood and their well-being, and to honor that by creating a shoe that is made from people who are suffering from unjust labor laws and are forced to make these shoes is not really the way to go. Dr. Martin Luther King was killed while trying to fight against the dredges of capitalism. There's nothing more capitalist than slapping Nike on a shoe on a color that sort of trivializes, not sort of, very much so trivializes one of the most gruesome murders in American history.
Okay, let's stop right there. Look, I love to go deep. Y'all know me. I love to just microanalyze, so I'm not going to, tell him he's guilty of something that I know I'm guilty of. But every time I hear somebody say some $200 shoes, I immediately scan their ass. Immediately, I go from head to toe. Because you know me, I'm not into fashion. I'm not into looking fresh no more. I had that phase. I thought it was the dumbest phase of my life. I wish I would have skipped it, but how you gonna skip it? You gotta check that box. It's stupid though. Going to the Louis store, spending $8,000 on some, and then I go to Spain and I'm on some damn fake ass Canal Street in the same belt that I spent all this money for, and all them bags I bought and all that stupid stuff, and that shit was $8. And I'm like, it looked exactly the same. Now, it may not last as long, true, but I could spend $8 again and again and again and again and again. You get the point. I'm scanning him. Them chains right there. I've been to Slauson Swap Meet before. I know what a chain looked like. That I hope that's $200. You spent your money the way you want to spend your money is my point. The hell you all up in somebody else's business that they want to spend their money. You can say, look, I ain't buying no $200 shoes. But then to project that there's something scandalous about somebody buying some $200 shoes, who are you talking to? And then you're trying to connect it in messaging to all the way back that Martin Luther King was fighting for the sanitation workers. True. He wasn't fighting against capitalism. He was fighting to say, now I need to bring a greater awareness to capitalism to my people, to all the people, right? Because he was like, yo, I've been talking about civil rights, how people treating us. And then he woke up one day and was like, oh, we need to follow the money. So we need to start talking about class instead of talking about race. So it went from civil rights to silver rights. And then we know what happened. But that ain't fighting capitalism. That's like, oh, the elephant in the room. I was petting the cat. There was an elephant in this room. And me, look, the history that I have, obviously, taking subjects, taking deeper courses, psychology, sociology, major and minor. I've done the work, not to no large degree. I'm not trying to even put my resume up on somebody's. I'm just telling you from what I've learned. I've looked at human history, I've looked at world history, and I've always saw one through line: currency. No matter how you dress it up, whether you over there, you got some damn potatoes you want to exchange, some crafts, You exchanging something. You exchanging goods for service and trying to get something out of it. That's all. Continue with those $200 change. No, maybe so.
Absolutely disgraceful move by all parties involved. I don't even know where the money's going. Is the money even going? Proceeds going in anywhere? Is it lining people's pockets to say, hey, let's go. You got those new MLK Lebrons that show the place that he was killed, and to release it on MLK Day. This is just bad marks all around for everybody involved. Disgraceful, disgusting act, and I hope that they can figure out some sort of way to right this wrong.
Oh, David, respect, big dog. No love lost. Hey, I like that point. Like, it'd be good if this was going to the King Legacy Foundation, all that. It may be, and it probably is. I'm not even gonna go there because I don't know, and I don't think you know, so I wouldn't go there. But did you notice how he summed up everything with all these adjectives and all these big descriptives? But he didn't give us the content that even warranted that. He just said, I don't know about this. I don't know about this. I don't like this. And then at the end, this is disgusting. This is disrespectful. This is shameful. Wow. This reminds me of when LeBron did and this is not defending LeBron, it's just a LeBron topic. When LeBron did the decision and everybody was hating him, and then you found out, oh, he gave $5 million to the Boys and Girls Club so he could sit up there with a button down, looking like the Fresh Prince, not even buttoned up, not even with a suit. You know LeBron could have brought out the 3-piece. He could have brought out the Steve Harvey 20 button. He could have brought out whatever. No, he sat there in a button down like he really was in high school about to go make a decision to go to college because he didn't have that experience. So he said, I'm going to do it. What's wrong with it? Y'all always finding something wrong with something that ain't wrong. He like, all right, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach. Yay. Then he got online. He said, oh, Jesus, what? Why they mad? Y'all are silly. Oh, he gave $5 million to the Boys and Girls Club. So what? He's a narcissist. He wants all that attention. No, you want all that attention, Mad. You can't get it. Ooh, don't let me be the one. I should be the spokesman for everybody because they got brands and they can't do this and they want to do this and I'm going to do it for them. Shit. What is wrong? What is wrong? You're trying to tell me like you'd rather have a King Day without a Nike shoe? Think about it. King Day comes, everybody wakes up. Oh, we ain't got to go to work today? Yeah. Go black people. Yeah. What's up? And then, oh, they got some new shoes out? What are they called? The Air MLKs? Really? What's that about? Oh, you know we got killed at a Lorraine Motel that they turned around to a civil rights museum, but they got the colors and everything, and they showing it. LeBron's on there, and it's his shoe. All right. That's cool. You gonna go get them? Let me see. Oh, no, I ain't gonna get them. How many times I'm gonna wear these? Look at that color. What color is that? Fuchsia? I don't know what that color is. What is that? No, I'm good. That should be the extent of it. Or you say, these ain't cute, or oh, those are sick. Whatever. I'm gonna get them. Why has it gotta turn into a dissertation? I mean, I understand the content part. I ain't talking about the content part. I'm just saying the sentiments. Like, come on, big dog. Come on. For real? For real? You mad? The day could have come and gone. The day would have went by and whatever we said about it, this enhanced it. And we don't know back in capitalism, how the revenue from this generated can help the King Foundation. You don't know that. You just said you don't. I don't either. But I'm going to assume either A, they already had that built in place, or B, because of you, they're going to. Either way, it's getting done. Trust that. Well, beat up in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. I think it's a better King Day if you got a damn shoe. If I'm dead when I die, oh, I don't want to die. God knows I don't want to die. I'd do anything not to die, but whatever. It's life. All right, so when I'm gone and I miss my itty bitties, if one of these NIL kids decide to say, you know what? My mama and daddy used to watch Marcellus Wiley's YouTube channel. They used to watch Hydration Situation in the room, and they thought I wasn't listening, but I was right there in that bedroom with the door open. See how I brought that back? And I was listening, and damn it, now he a 5-star. Then he makes it to the NBA. Little Jonathan Owler. Let's call him Jonathan Owler. I don't know who that is, but Jonathan Owler. And his ass make it to the NBA, the first pick overall. Then he gets his second deal and he got a Nike contract. And they like, all right. And then November 30th comes around, my birthday. And he's like, yo, I want to come out with a Dat Dude edition of my shoe. They're like, that dude, who's that dude again? Marcellus Wiley. He used to play ball. He used to talk a lot. Oh, yeah, I've heard of him. You want to do a shoe with him? You sure? Yes, he's meant so much to me, his Wileyisms. And he put a Wileyism on the bottom of the shoe. Y'all going to be mad at that for what? Oh, we're going to do it where he died. Where? The hospital, damn it. I'm dying of natural causes. I done made it out. I ain't getting shot. Please don't let me get shot. Old people getting shot now. Letting all these damn criminals out. All these damn states letting these criminals out. But the point is, yes, I'm telling you why I'm alive. Yes. And if you hate on it, be a hater. But no, do it. Simple as that. So beat it up in the comments. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, let's get into this. Anton Daniel. Anton Daniel. He went on the show. Yeah, he's reaching. I see it. Universal Trapper says he's reaching. That's it. That's all. Yeah. I notice, I always say this, when you got to squint to find it, maybe you shouldn't be looking for it. And I noticed he was squinting, not just literally physically, but also mentally, intellectually. When they start squinting and they start, I know there's something there and I can't articulate it and I can't really find it. I can't put my finger on it, but it's there. Move on, dog. It ain't that serious. People do that with racism all the time. Man, you know what happened? And then I was like, dog, if it take all that, it didn't happen probably. It's just you misread it. Oh.
Let me put you on to something that's part of my daily routine now. VINIA, not a powder, not a pill.
It's the Daily Chews 2X formula. And yeah, they taste good too.
It's plant-based. No stimulants, no crash, no jitters, no banned substances, no junk. It's Informed Sports certified. Just something that actually delivers. Link in description, vinia.com/Marcellus. Discount code Marcellus10 for a 10% discount. Wow.
It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole here.
Because I believe the purpose.
Time to hydrate. Hydration's the situation, so.